Exploring the Abyss, a journey to the Mariana Trench. Today we're diving deep into the depths of our planet. Specifically, we're going to explore the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean. Prepare to uncover secrets hidden in the shadows of this mysterious abyss. What is the Mariana Trench? The Mariana Trench is not just a crack in the ocean. It's a massive submarine abyss located in the Pacific Ocean, near the Mariana Islands. It stretches over 2,500 kilometers and reaches a maximum depth of about 13 kilometers. To give you an idea, if we placed Mount Everest there, it would still be covered by more than 4 kilometers of water above it. Discovery and exploration. The trench was discovered during a research expedition in 1875 by HMS Challenger, which used a probe to measure its depth. However, we only began to truly explore it many years later, with the development of advanced underwater technologies. The deepest point, known as Challenger Deep, was reached by humans only in 1960 by Don Walsh and Jacques Picard in a submersible called Trieste. Extreme pressure and conditions. The conditions in the Mariana Trench are extreme. The pressure down there is overwhelming, more than 1,000 times the atmospheric pressure at sea level. This means that any equipment or living creature that descends there needs to be extremely resilient to avoid being literally crushed. How does pressure work in the depths? Marine life varies significantly with depth due to differences in light, pressure, temperature, and nutrient availability. Here is an overview of the types of marine life you can find at each specific depth. At 6 meters, you'll find coral reefs or sandy beaches. There is a great diversity of marine life, including corals, colorful reef fish, such as clownfish and damselfish, small reef sharks, sea turtles, and a variety of invertebrates like starfish and sea urchins. Thousands of species of fish and crustaceans inhabit this depth. At 20 meters, coral reefs and seagrass meadows are still present. Light begins to diminish, and many animals that rely on light for feeding start to struggle. Reef fish, moray eels, small sharks, rays, octopuses, and a diversity of corals and sponges are found here. At 30 meters, this depth marks a limit for coral reefs, beginning the transition to deeper zones. Larger fish such as barracudas, large schools of reef fish, and a diversity of soft corals are common. At 40 meters, deep coral reefs and the beginning of open water zones. Deep water fish, cold water corals, and species of fish that undergo daily vertical migrations, and turtles. At 70 meters, environment, twilight zone, where light becomes very limited. Marine life, fish adapted to low light, such as glassfish, and some larger predators like deep-water sharks. At 100 meters, mesopelagic or twilight zone. Marine life, squids, jellyfish, fish with bioluminescent capabilities to attract prey or mates. At 150 meters, little or no sunlight, even colder water. Marine life, bioluminescent organisms predominate, including various species of fish and invertebrates. The oarfish lives from 200 to 1,000 meters deep. At 300 meters, upper mesopelagic zone, completely dark. Marine life, deep-sea fish with adaptations for low light, such as large eyes and bioluminescence, deep-sea squids. At 500 meters, deep mesopelagic zone. Marine life, vertebrates and invertebrates adapted to total darkness and high pressure, including octopuses and giant squids. At 1,000 meters. Bathypelagic zone. Marine life, predators and detritivores adapted to a life without light, such as the lanternfish, which uses bioluminescent light to hunt. At 1,500 meters. Middle bathypelagic zone. Marine life, fish extremely adapted to high-pressure, species of cephalopods and gelatinous invertebrates. At 2,000 meters. Lower bathypelagic zone. Marine life, few species, mainly adaptive invertebrates and fish with specialized structures to survive in extreme conditions. The diversity and characteristics of marine life at these depths reflect incredible adaptations to the extreme environments of each zone. As depth increases, the amount of light decreases dramatically, directly influencing the types of organisms found at each level. Below this depth, human knowledge begins to be very limited, with some species like the snailfish, Leparidae, living at depths of up to 8 kilometers. But what about below this, at depths of 13 kilometers? We know very little. Despite inhospitable conditions, life finds a way. In the depths of the Mariana Trench, scientists have discovered forms of life that defy our understanding of survival. Creatures such as the snailfish and shrimp have adapted to live in complete darkness, under extreme pressures, and without any sunlight. These organisms often rely on chemosynthesis, a process that uses chemical energy to produce food, instead of photosynthesis, which depends on sunlight. It's intriguing to think that we know more about the surface of Mars than about the bottoms of our own oceans. Space explorations, although vast and complex, have been more extensive and detailed compared to explorations of Earth's ocean depths. This paradox highlights not only the technical difficulties of exploring extreme underwater environments but also reflects our priorities and curiosities as a species. Exploring the Mariana Trench is not an easy task. Each mission into the abyss requires years of planning and incredibly sophisticated technology. Submersibles have to be built with special materials to withstand the pressures, and each descent can cost millions of dollars, in addition to involving significant risks to equipment and, occasionally, to explorers. Scientific interest in the Mariana Trench continues to grow. Recent studies focus not only on biology but also on how extreme conditions can offer insights into geological processes and even the possibility of life in extreme environments outside Earth, such as the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. The Mariana Trench continues to be one of the most mysterious and fascinating places on our planet. With each expedition, we learn a little more about this absolutely unbelievable place.